Texans as their Saints burn.
I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Move our hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the great state of Tennessee at Nissan Stadium here in Nashville. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Houston Texans and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. First carry for Carlos Hyde. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with third down looming. Week 6 for Carlos Hyde was a big one. It was the Carlos Hyde redemption game let go by the Chiefs just before the start of the season. And he showed them 26 carries, 116 yards, and a touchdown in that big victory. They're going for it. It's Watson. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Watson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, it's Watson. And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 26.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Marcus Davenport there to take him down. From the 24, Watson. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. A.J. Klein. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up fourth down. That is inches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Breeze. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now before they run this fourth down play, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. On the return, Carter. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. To throw on third down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. Now he steps away, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A gain of 32 that time. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 42 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Hey, Charlie.
Second down and goal. Breeze flushed out right. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. Watson on third down, but now it'll be third down. Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 30. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On second and goal, Watson escaping the pressure right. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights. Touchdown, Texans. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
All right, CD, let's have a little fun. Now that we're into October, I'm going to give you some AFC teams. You tell me quickly, contender or pretender. You ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's start in the East. Buffalo.
Contender for a wild card spot.
Okay, how about the Chargers?
Pretender.
AFC North, the Steelers.
Contender because the AFC North is a jumble.
Okay, and then lastly, let's go to the South, Jacksonville.
Pretender. Houston now in control.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to run it with Murray. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Here's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 1st down is Breeze. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he is out of bounds here on the return.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
21. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Hey, pick your game up.
On play action. Now Breeze. And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check 1-3. Back. Under 10.
You're good. High 4, ready. 11. 20 seconds.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here comes Carter. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they want them to do at the half, which is find them
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Okay, now I want to revisit what we were doing earlier, contender versus pretender. We did the AFC, let's rock the NFC here, starting with the New York Giants.
Pretender, but much improved.
Okay, NFC North, how about the Vikings?
Contender, no doubt about it.
Carolina in the South, what do you think there?
Contender and ascending.
Okay, quarterback play has become a good thing for them. Finally, out west, how about the Arizona Cardinals?
Pretender. The division's just way too tough. There are 3 teams better than them.
Breeze now to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 14 yards is the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. They had 2 straight 1st downs. Now a gain of 9 to set up 2nd and 1.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On play action, it's Breeze. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
Kill. Hey, I 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, There has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
7 yards there and a first down. First down, a run with Hyde. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Hyde. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 4th down, Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. They'll run on 1st down. Hyde. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
From the 24, Watson, and he fires one incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Finding Fells complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 10 yards out, and the Texans have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Murray. And an alley to run. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on this.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And now off to the races, down the right side. And this will be a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Big stop, G.
From the gun, it's Breeze. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Looking to go back to Thomas again, but it'll be second down. Back to the air on second down. It's Breeze. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. From midfield, here's Breeze. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. There he goes, right.
Honey, I dash, got it on, smash, foot on the. Stop me, tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man, I'll deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on, smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey, y'all, dash, honey, y'all. Dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dials, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me, celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man, I'll deal with the hands. Plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on, smash, foot on the gas, I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad, be pesto.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
He's set. 19.
57, come on. I got it.
first carry now for Hyde. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Hyde. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far.
Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. On first down, Watson. And Stills bringing it in. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Watson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Fairbairn now, following the made field goal, he'll send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Wilson. That's caught by Hollister. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson escaping the pressure right. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. And he's going to go down again. J.J. Watt drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive, then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson dancing to his left. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. They'll need to convert a 3rd and 7, though, to start things out. To throw is Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. Speaking of Disley, I'm not sure that the Seahawks really knew what they had in this guy. In his 2nd year now out of the University of Washington, if you remember back to his rookie season, a knee injury really cost him most of that year. But he has come back to be a huge part of the Seahawk offense, catching 4 touchdown passes in Seattle's first 5 games. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Play action. It's Wilson out to his left. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Now Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State with a sack. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And with that incompletion, let's do something different. I'm going to go through a few teams that are on losing streaks, and you tell me if there's reason for concern there. Let's start with the Cowboys.
Definitely reason for concern. Not as dominant on defense as...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Play action. Now Wilson being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 25 yards that time. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Throwing on second and long. Watson looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. Trying to get it that time to Stills.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson with his second touchdown here in this first half. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that
pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. To try again after the sack, Watson. 27 yards there, a first down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on second and long. Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score. On for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the line.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll get this up to right around the 8-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. The ball comes out. And the Texans say they have it. They do. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. 82 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Well, we got a second. Let's look ahead to Week 7 and what's on the slate. Things start out Thursday night. Kansas City at Denver, divisional battle.
Suddenly an interesting game. Kansas City having lost their last two, and Denver now playing defense as we expected. But how about the NFL 100 game of the week? Oakland at Green Bay, a rematch of Super Bowl II.
Also have New Orleans at Chicago and Philly visiting Dallas on Sunday night.
That is a...
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, 27 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Myers connects on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Watson, under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Michael Kendricks. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Throwing on 3rd and long. Watson, and the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they are silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now Wilson on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson sliding it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. J.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. They find some open field here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way from... And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack.
2nd and 10. Hey, 0. 41's the mic.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wilson dancing to his left. Oh, the Pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Angelo Blackson in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Carson. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this Texans defense stands tall. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson now to throw. Open man, the tight end falls. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Watson, he's got his tight end, it's Fells. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down. From the 50, it's Watson. And this one's incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Back to the air, Watson on 2nd down. And this is caught by Fells, right side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Again, it's Watson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Michael Kendricks in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7. Michael Kendricks. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Being chased out left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on 4th down, a change of possession anyway. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there, but now it's 3rd and goal. They've been stopped twice at the 1. Can they finally break through on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run with Carson. Powers through. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal? Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it, it doesn't work. And this Texans defense comes up with a goal line stand. Here's Watson, spinning past him. Complete here, it's Hyde. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, he finds his running back, Hyde. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. gun. Watson finding fouls complete. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Here's Carson. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal. I don't know what was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. And that disastrous play, partner, is ultimately going to seal their fate in this one, isn't it?
It certainly is, because they gave up the 2 points, but that's not really what did it. It's having to give up the football. And because they gave up the football, guess what? The other team now can take the ball and close this game out.
And now on is the field goal unit. And, boy, this is... Now the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. And look at this. The punt team is out there. And what in the world? Now they're going to fake it. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And what is going on here? I've got 3rd down. Screen shows 3rd down, but they've got the punt team out there. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because We were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win? Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T.